Hi, hello, all of my Twitch friends. I'm back. It's early morning over here, almost 1 a.m. here in Oklahoma, USA. And if you've been following me and following my project, this is the Luna Magic House. And I have quite a bit assembled so far. We have all the little pieces that have been built over the past 14 days or so. And few little personal touches here that weren't in the instruction manual, but I think it looks way better having some sparkly stars and some silver accents and some stained glass looking material in the windows. And then we have the crystal ball, the table with the potion bottles, the chest. We have the music box, chair, table, ladder, library. And super happy and excited to be doing the next part here. And it looks like today the very first thing we're going to get right into is right here, the staircase. So let's see here. We need for the stairs C77, C12, C92. And when I say letters and numbers like that, it corresponds to these pre-cut templates for the pieces. So I can almost promise you, let's see, we have C92, C12, C17. So let's see here. Wow, I was wrong. It's not on this one. Let's see. Where am I going to put all these? In a little space. There we go. Okay. Let's go ahead and find these. $77, $12, and $92. $12, $92. So the mysterious C77 is what we need to find still. Okay, C77. So we have, let's go ahead and pop out the ones we do have here. Gentle, don't want to split. Okay, almost out there. So if you are hanging out on my channel here, feel free to jump into the chat and say hi. I will say hi back. Feel free to ask any questions, if you have comments, anything like that. I love the chit chat. So I am here on standby, happily watching and waiting for my friends to come on in and say something. If not, just grab something to drink, kick your feet back, and relax. And I will get to building some awesome book nooks. Or not book nooks. This is a magic house. 77 are both of these. So we can put these templates over here to the side so they don't get in the way. Once again, be very careful. I don't want to break any of the rungs before I even get started. Wouldn't be cool. Go. I hope you're enjoying the relaxing music playing in the background. I can't hear it, so I have music in my own ear. And I always start my day with letting you all know what is currently playing in my ear. And for copyright reasons, certain reasons, I'm not allowed to play it on my channel, but I can tell you, right now I'm listening to one of my favorite bands, Nothing Face, the song Error in Excellence from their Audio Guide to Everyday Atrocity album. Great band, definitely check them out if you can. They're not together anymore, unfortunately. The vocalist, Matt Holt, passed away a few years ago. Music lives on. Right. Little split there, but that's okay. I can easily fix that with some color. And as you've seen, if you've been following my build here, I don't like to leave things plain Jane. So since these are the steps, I will probably end up either putting fabric to make it look carpeted or draw something on here with my paint markers. I will think about this while I pop these stairs out. Almost there. Super excited to see the second story. This first story came together so well, and I'm so happy with the way that it looks. So the second story is just gonna be so awesome. Almost there. All right. Next up, cannot forget this. All these little burrs from the sides. I sand those off so we have a nice, flat, straight, even edge. So the glue can grab onto that and everything comes together perfectly without any little pieces of wood getting in my way. We don't want that. Oop. This is one of my favorite parts of the day, is coming on here on Twitch and working on this and sharing my progress with all my friends on here. This one doesn't have, oh, I spoke too soon. It does have one. Forgive the pain on my hands. I didn't think to get rid of it first. I was working on some other projects. So I'm going to throw those up on my Etsy store once I get finished with them. Okay, then we have the other set. Banister thingy here. Not banister, stair support. I don't know the technical term for what this part's called, but I love these sanding sticks. Instead of using a big old sheet of sandpaper, these help you get into little nooks and crannies and very, very precise sanding, which is my favorite way to do it. Okay, so we have all the stair pieces, and let's do a little bit of a mock assembly so I can see what I'm working with here. Alright, oh, and we also have one of our lights. Wired up all these lights. All this are all the little parts that are going to be going into the Luna Magic House. And part number one that we're going to need is a lamp. It's pretty cool. Made us some bent wire for the handle. Then we have a bead, and then we have the LED light all wired and set up in there, ready for power when the time comes. Here's the hose, so grab my instructions. You're going to see this book come in and out quite a bit. I just want to make absolutely certain that I do this right. Okay, so this wire is going to be fed through this hole here. It's going to be a horizontal wall lamp, it looks like. A little illumination for the stairs. Always make this tape too fat, so it never fits in the holes when I need it to. This is a way to separate the wires to prevent short circuiting or short circuits. Great and efficient, but not like all the crevices it needs to go into. Let's try to do this. Try to work it in here. So I don't want it sticking out that far. Alright, there we go. Not yet. I think it's just bluffing. Yep, bluffing. I would remove some of this, but I have it wrapped very securely because that would be a bummer to put this entire house together and then the light not work because it's shorted out from the wires touching. Not not be happy about that. Yes. By George, we have it. Right. Now to hold it in place, take my trusty silicone glue here. If you do jump on chat and say hi or say something to me here, I don't answer you right away because I turn my head to look at the chat on my computer here. So as soon as I turn my head and look, if there is something there, I will answer right away. But I'm not trying to ignore you, just so you know. All right. And as we all know, I do not like unfinished wood, so I'm going to take my paint markers and fill in all of the wood that is on here because I want it to look as realistic as possible. Look at that, pick the perfect color. Totally matches. Love it when that happens. I tell you what, I love these acrylic paint markers. The color, the consistency, it goes on so smooth. It's almost like a creamy texture. It's so nice. Fills in everything without those marks you get from markers where when you stop, it has that darker indentation. This does not do that. So, another reason why I absolutely love my paint markers. I want to get a big 110 pack of them here eventually, so I have even more colors to work with. And see, anytime I make an oopsie like this, I'll just add some detail to the rest of it to make it look like an intentional line, but it also adds a little bit of extra detail, and can't go wrong with extra detail. Okay, that. Little smear there. Oop, that looks way too obvious. Let's do this. Alright, that looks good. I'll hold this wire until that silicone glue sets. Perfect. Looks like that silicone glue has set. Stick the wood according to the instruction and generate the lamp line into the hole. Done. That. Ooh, I missed a line. Not cool. I missed a side. You don't want to miss any sides, so we want it to look really good. Okay, and if you're on here and if you encounter any audio problems on my channel here, just let me know. I've had some trouble with audio in the past, like if there's double sound or you can't hear something very well. Just let me know. I might have to jump off for a couple of minutes, but I will take care of it and be right back for some more assembly. real chill. Hopefully my voice is soothing and not really annoying. I would hate for my voice to be annoying, especially when you come here to relax and watch some building. One more coat here to try to eliminate as much of that shadow. That'll work. Stairwell. I'll come back to those in a minute. The dreaded substance, the super glue. But it's good to use it for this particular. Alright. And this is going to be to put this in. Now before we do that, let's make sure probably not going to cooperate with me, but let me try. Yep, it's going to fit. I always want to check, double check, and triple check before I permanently decide to go for it. The odor from this is bleh. Little tip, if you ever end up with super glue on your fingers, little nail polish remover will get it right off. It's not like I would ever want you to get super glue on you, but if it happens, wanted to give you some tips. That way it can be resolved quickly. Go. Alright, I'm going to hold this in place until that super glue catches. Shouldn't be too terrible long. This stuff is pretty instant. If I have to use super glue though, I always go for the Gorilla brand. In my opinion, they're the best for super glue. Time to put the staircase together. Do a little test assembly first in my normal fashion here. If I put them in right, that might help. I really need to put a camera right here, like right in this area, so you can see at a different angle. I will get that in the works, so you have the opportunity to see it much more clearly. Supposed to be even with this one, which it is. So why is it? Almost seems too far away. Let's try that again. Oh, okay, we're good. We're good. For this, I think we will use our trusty bear glue. Bear glue is pretty cool. It's got a nice runny creamy texture. It's really nice. Make sure I do this right the first time so I don't smear all over my fabulous wall here. Get a good angle. There we go. Bear glue is pretty instant too. Let's clean up the excess here. Because it looks pretty tacky. These gorgeous pieces, and you have evidence that it's not real. Not cool. I want it to feel as realistic as possible. Don't think I can get a rag in there, but I'll try. Get that extra glue off there. A little bit more. Yes. So I'm not saying anything. I'm trying to focus. This rung does not want to stay steady. It has to go up against the wall. It's fighting me on that. As long as that stays put, we're good. Probably go over that with the mark. Looks good, looks good. Next side. Sure, I don't even need to glue, it just sits. Oh, it's the super glue keeping it there. Well, you know what? It works. Let's test the step. Try that again. What are we doing here? Make sure they're even. Yeah, they're even, it's just not close enough. Let's see. Not straight either. Push it down a little bit. It's interesting how it's two separate. Let's pry that super good side. Yeah. Let's see if I can gently nudge it over. See what that did. If anything. Gotta give it a shot though. There is something I can do. Something like this happens. Put a spacer in there to make it come out a little further. What can I use? Do I have a split piece of this template stuff? Reach. Yes, I do. Okay, we'll use this. See if this will work. Oop. Whether it works or not, still getting sanded. Alright. This might be too big, but let's see. Space it up a little bit. There we go. Alright, we'll just space it. So I will put let's see, best way to do this. Diagonally, okay. Make sure it's lined up with the rung. The best way to do that is to attach it to the rung. Since it's the same color as the walls, we got lucky there. Let's go ahead and fill in the wood. That's the key, finding creative solutions to problems. That's how inventors become extremely successful. They just look for a problem that needs solving, question with no answer. And they go seek out the answer through experimentation and public opinion, and eventually they get it. And that idea becomes a product, which makes life just a little bit easier, maybe a little nicer. And just like I'm doing here, just taking simple pieces of wood and paper and assembling it, well, wood paper and some little accessories like some beads and wire. But I'm taking all this and I'm making it into something beautiful for your aesthetic pleasure. Plus, I always get lost in these scenes. I want to put myself in it when I'm looking at it, pretend I live there. Makes it for really fun, more imaginative play, which you're never too old for a good imagination. Alright, so it goes in this way. I'm going to glue it with my trusty bear glue. Make sure it's not in the way of the steps. Okay. And as usual, clean up the excess glue. Let's give it a shot. That's cool. Looks like a secondary banister or something. Oh, wrong ones. There we go. This needs to go up higher. This might be a little bit of a pain, but let's put a step on there and see if it's even. If this would stay put, I would know for sure. Come up a little higher. Perfect. It's just the bear glue on this blue that's going to be attached to the wall. Again, just to make sure. The step on here, make sure it's level. Needs to come up right here. Let's try that. Oop! Don't want my snake falling off. Stay there, buddy. Yes, perfectly level. Awesome. Right, so on the steps, what color would look good? I'm gonna keep them tan, but maybe the fronts of them a different color. Fronts of them purple to match the back. I like that. I think we'll do a Sharpie for this one. Oh wait, I need to sand them. There we go. Shoot, the sand or the staircase may be the only thing I get to today. That's okay though. Slow and steady. Yeah, if you're checking out my channel and hanging out, just want to say hi, and I hope this is a relaxing, calm, peaceful environment for you. So you can just enjoy the sounds of creation. Woodhouse creation. Not the other one. Granted, we all like a little creation every now and then. Okay. Let's check down here, make sure it's straight. Perfect. this side here. Just gotta be careful because I don't want it to bleed onto this part. Alright, looks good. I would use paint markers, but I want to kind of change up the way that it textures, just to give the eye a little bit of exploratory practice, because everything's got the same texture and the same color, like finish. It's kind of a boring thing to look at. But if you have variations, it's a lot more creative and it's a lot more intriguing to check out. Awesome. When I focus, I don't really say anything. That's not too terribly aggravating. Part of me wants to do, since this will be lit up, part of me wants to do a little bit of sparkle on either side of the fabric I'm probably going to put on these. I must think on this. I don't want to do too much glittery stuff because obviously a magical witch house, there's already plenty. But if I think it'll look better, I will bite the bullet and do it. I like the purple front on these steps because it blends in beautifully with the purple wall back here. Sweet. Pin cap being on, or that marker cap being on crooked was driving me nuts. I had to fix it. Three down, three to go. Yep, my eyes are getting a little heavy, so definitely gonna finish this beautiful staircase, and then I'm gonna sign off. Usually I spend way more time with my friends here, but I'm just super tired tonight. Don't understand why, because I never get tired. One more. Alright, all six have some pretty cool fronts on them now. push the Luna house back a little bit. Try to figure out what I want to do on the steps. Okay. So 6 of these. Carpet would look good. Maybe like a couple of little sequins. No, I don't want to overdo it on the sequins though. Yep, I'm just gonna do fabric. I need to go track down some fabric in my sewing area, so I'm gonna put on my cool little crow screen, and I'll be back with you in just a couple of minutes. Alright, hello, hello. I have returned, and I think I have found the perfect fabric to go on these steps. Found it in my sewing area. Yes, I also sew and make cool stuff. See? Fabric scissors. Never cut paper or anything but fabric. Anybody who sews will attack you if you use fabric scissors for anything other than fabric. I can attest to that. Okay, so we got the steps here. Straighten these puppies out here. Okay, now this is the fabric I found. Complements it very nicely. Okay, yeah, let's do it. So the size of the stairs, 6 centimeters. So we want to take half a centimeter off each side. I think that would look good. So here to here, nah. One and a half, no, let's do 5 and 1. Okay. Okay, so we're gonna do 5 and 1 for the fabric. Zoom in here for you. Oop. See if I can bring it down here. There we go. Is my camera doing funny stuff, or is it just, might just be the lines? Yeah, it's just the lines. Okay. The camera's not liking it. Okay, so let's separate these guys so it doesn't get so upset with me. We want a happy camera. A gap, something to look at. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do 1 and 5. Ooh, that's off. No, it's not gonna fly. Don't like that at all. So it's about 6. Okay, good spot for the carpet. 1.5. So 6.5. 1, 2. 1, 2. No. 1. 1. Nope. 1.5. Let's try 1.5 and 4.5. Looks pretty even, I do believe. One and a half. Yeah, I guess it's just an illusion. Alright, so 1.5. 4.5. So 1.5 and 4.5 for each of these. Yeah, these steps just wouldn't look good. Plain Jane, I had to do something to them, so upholstering them with a little carpet, just those little touches of detail make all the difference. Right, there we go. Alright, so we're going to do 1.5, 4.5 over here. So first we'll cut it to 6. Let's mark that. Give me some even sides here. We like even sides. Makes it so much easier. So we sit at 6. Yes. How about up here? Alright. Now, how big are these dudes? You know what the best thing to do is just mark. Now we're going to cut. Awesome. I'll go ahead and keep this little piece of fabric. You never know. It's gonna look so good. Look at that. Put these together. Yep. We want to curl around the front too if we can, the front of this step. How much will we need for that? About that, okay. So do 5. Cut one more piece out. I'm done. Make sure this is straight. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Oh, yes, just enough. I love it when it works out that way. You should have enough fabric to curve it around the front, like normal carpet. Okay. Probably won't need these fabric scissors anymore, but you never know. No! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7. Oh, there's 7, so I gotta cut one more piece of fabric. Of course, that's okay though. It'll be quick. Right, I found a piece of fabric here. Just enough fabric again, so we're getting lucky tonight. There we go. Again, save every scrap because you'll never know when you need it. Oof. Let's do the other side. Oh, that's not even purple. That one was hiding in the corners, huh? Let's go ahead and put some purple on that. Oop, I said here we go again. Man, I'm trying not to say that. Here we go, there we go, all that stuff. Do I want to leave these? Yeah, we'll leave those the same color. It's alright. Use a little bigger glue. glue on there. It's okay. That's what rags are for. Let's check this out. See how it looks. Where did my trusty tongs go? Oh, they were hiding from me. Let's zoom out so we can see the Luna house as I attempt to test the step. Okay, we'll do this one first. Thought I fixed that problem by spacing it. I think that's gonna look really good. Okay, now it's fitting. Okay, awesome. Alright, let's keep adding this fabric to the steps with our trusty Barely Art, B-E-A-R, glue. That didn't work very well. Let's put a little extra barely glue on there. Pull it up a little bit. Yeah. Alright. Next step. Need to make sure these steps are even. That will look terrible. Carpet needs to be even on them. If I do that, it will fall off the rung on this side. Okay, let's just get the carpet on and we'll go from there. Oh, that's why. I didn't put it on perfectly. Yeah, let's go ahead and fix it. Let's use this one as a guide. we go. Make sure that's on good and tight. That's good. Get rid of this pencil. Looks good. Looks good. This one didn't have enough front overhang. Interesting. Looks like it might be just enough though. Oh, perfect. Look at that. There's a little bit of purple, but out of there. Pull it down a little bit more. There we go. Alright. Loving it so far. The directions didn't call for carpet on the steps, but I call for carpet on the steps. Oop, came down a little bit. Girly glue likes to be a little messy, doesn't it? That's okay. It does such a good job with the adhesive, I don't mind a little mess from him. Three to go. I'm going to put those on the staircase there, and then I'm going to call it a night. Zoom a little bit more. Oop, keeps doing that. Okay, happy with this one too. Even, yep. A little bit of glue here. Alright, one to go. Last but not least. probably use my silicone glue for this part. To the bottom. Looks good. Good. All right, and everything's level. This is great. Beautiful. This one I can attach to the back wall also. Oop. Hmm. Let's see here. Mr. Comic Guy. Click off that. Oop. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry guys, having a little trouble here. the spammer in my chat. Obviously, you can probably see that. Take care of that real quick. Let's do this again. Step number 2. Next, step number 3. I guess I don't have to. I can just do it this way. I think I don't need to use the toothpick. Something about this particular glue, it's stringy. Now it looks good when you want to put like cobwebs or something like that, but any other time it's just a pain. Yeah, like right now I'm cleaning it off. Uh-oh. Why did I do that? Even that out. There we go. Go over some of that with paint marker. I can't remove it. So, yeah, I'll have to go with my paint marker. These are looking so good. Wish I could have gotten more done than just the steps, but there's tomorrow and the day after tomorrow. As long as there's progress, I am happy. We've got a lot of fabulous progress. Oh, that was the one I just put in there. Silly me. Let's put you back in there. Last one. Careful not to hit the walls. Oh yeah, that looks so good. And you see compared to the instruction version, look at that. Look at that. Throw in just a little bit of detail. It looks so good. Carpet's not even, but it's a witchy house. Let me see about another step. I'm pretty tired, but let me see. Feed the lamp line. we go. That's where it's supposed to be. Let's go ahead and open this door and pull the wire through all the way. Awesome. This way they're out of the way, but they're also kept organized. Is the next step is to do that, which pretty simple. How about one more? Okay, the next section is all about the piano. I'm definitely gonna wait on that because I am too tired to do that much. But check it out so far. I think it's looking absolutely fabulous. Did the steps today. So thank you so much for spending a little bit of time with me. I hope you enjoyed watching a little bit of assembly of this Luna Magic house. And I will see you hopefully tomorrow. Will be my next feed or be my next stream. So until then, have a wonderful day, morning, afternoon, evening, wherever you are in the world. And we will meet again probably tomorrow. Bye-bye.